Hello, hi, and welcome to today's video, which is a continuation from the last two videos where we talked about faceplates. Today we will link this faceplate to a UDT that we first have to create to a user-defined type. Because right now all the logic takes place on the HMI. Right here, if I click open, an LED turns on, not a valve turns on or something. It's really just very basic what we have. This also just controls the slider. It doesn't control real speed or something. We will link this now to the PLC in a way better fashion than taking all of these parameters and shoving them one by one to the PLC. No, we're going to make basically one interface for it, and that's going to be a UDT, user-defined type. Therefore, what we will have to do is first we have to create this UDT, which is valve, right? Those were valves that we are controlling. I will create a UDT. On here, I will go there, and I'll just take any PLC, right? And I will link that PLC first of all to the HMI. If you don't know, like I'm rushing through that part, but just so you know, it's important. If you want to know more about HMI PLC link and connection, check out my channel. There should be a video about it. But that's pretty much it. I made a 10-minute video about that. Now they are connected and they can communicate. So now on the HMI, this thing here, right, this faceplate is connected to so-called interfaces, to dynamization, to HMI tags. So if I go to my HMI, there are these tags that I have created, and they are just on the HMI. And for each parameter, we would need one new. That's not what I want to do. So I can directly shove them out. I deleted them because we don't need those. It will all be controlled from the PLC on. But now you see on the faceplate here, the dynamization is gone. So I'll just delete these because we don't need them for now. Of course, we will need some interface, but that's the UDT. So let's create this UDT, which will have an open, so we can communicate to the button, a close, and a fill level that we want to control. So therefore, create a PLC data type. I also made a video about this, so check out my channel. This data type will have a start, which is a Boolean. It will have a stop, which is also a Boolean. And it will have an opening level, which is an integer, actually, not a Boolean. So these three, whenever we use user data type 1 now, these three are in there. So I can also rename this and call it valve HMI, which is the communication to our HMI. Good. Now, if you remember from the last video, on the HMI, on my screen 1 here, we have the faceplates. I will now have to change the dynamization here. So these two open and opening level, we don't have those anymore from the HMI. So we could just link right now. If I go here, I could now go HMI tag and just search for on my program blocks. I could just make a variable for valve 1 and link it there to a single specific variable, or to also the data type. So let's do that. For now, we create a new data block on our PLC, which is a data block. This will be all our valves will be stored in here, right? All our valves. I'll save that. And we can now, there's two ways now. I can just take my data type and drag and drop this in here, which will create a new tag for this, right? I call this valve 1. Or I could just say valve 2 in this case and give it the data type. And you see our new data type that we have created is usually at the bottom, valve HMI, that's what we've created. So we have now valve 1 and valve 2. What I could do now is go to my HMI, because we have these. Go to my HMI, here we go to my dynamization, and now link that tag from there. So valves has valve 1, and I can now take the start stop, and for the opening level I can of course now also take from valve 1, I can take the opening level, but that's stupid. If you have like 100 parameters, you have to do it all one by one by one. No, we want to link the whole UDT. So we want to link the whole valve to it. So as it is, it's not good for us. So what we have to do is we have to change the faceplate. So if I right click, edit the faceplate, we of course get to our standard interface here, and there we have on the right side here our properties. And this is what we need to change. What we need in here is basically a property that we call valve, right? Valve HMI. I will call this valve HMI because that's what goes there. And this should be of type, come on, open up. This should be of our UDT that we have created, which is not available in the list. That's how it is. The UDT that we have created, if I now go back to my visualization, to my tier portal here, out of the library, the UDT that we have right here is only for the PLC. You see it is listed in the PLC, PLC data types, it's just for this. We need to teach our project first that this should be a global data type for the whole project. To do this, we have to go to libraries here on the right side, and there. That's where I've already been. And there we have the project library, right? We have project library global. No, we want the project library is just for this. Global library would be for all tier projects that you have on your PC. We want the project library right now. And we can just take that UDT, just drag and drop that in types. It will ask us, how do you want to call it? Which version is it? Who has created that? And so on. There we go. Now, the data type is in here, the UDT. You can see that by this little triangle on the Valve HMI UDT on our PLC. This little triangle means that it's actually looking at the library type that we have. That's good. That's perfect. Now our whole project knows about this type. So I can go back to my screen. Oh, that's where I've been. Right click, edit the faceplate, which I'm already editing. So I can go to my valve and I see, hey, one is still in work. Double click on this, which doesn't work. Right click, open. And now if I go to my Valve HMI, I should be able to select my Valve HMI data type here. Right, Valve HMI data type, I just click on it, and now I see all of these are in there. Right? That is way better than having all of them like loose. Now they're all listed in this one UDT, and I can just link this one UDT. So what I'll do is I'll delete those three things up here, and now I will relink. That's what we did already last video. Just one addition. I want a slider on here, so I'll just make this a bit smaller, maybe like this, a little bit bigger. Of course, that's not mandatory. This is just me right now because I want the slider on here. So there should be a slider for the value. I'll still keep that for whatever reason. Toolbox, slider, whoops, my bad. Slider, something like this. Hello, where is it? Where did it go? Probably behind this thing or something. Where is it? Where did my slider go? Huh? What? Can I add a button? Okay. What? What? One second. What? That is interesting. I have to put it there. Oh, I have to drag and drop. I can't draw it. Okay, that is, sorry, my bad. I didn't know. I have to just, I can't draw it. Usually you can draw it. You have to drag and drop. Wow. Okay, sure. Why not? Whatever works. I'll change this layout a little bit. Sorry for that. I was confused. Which happens. If you're a programmer, you get confused every once in a while. Right to down and left to right, I think. And I don't want to see the title. Here we go. So there we have a nice slider now, which is a bit too big. Let's make it smaller. Doesn't fit yet. I'll just make that even bigger. Doesn't matter. This is just style right now, and because I want to link things. So now we can, that's wrong. Scale position left. No, right down. That's right. Right. Thank you. Oh, sorry. Good. So now that we have this, we can just link whatever we want from here to our UDT, to our properties. So the value of this slider should go to my opening level. So I'll just take my slider, click on it, slider 1, general, where is it? There, general, and there should be value just to the opening level, done. Then we have the open button and the close button. From last time, we connected events to it. So clicking on the button and there's an event, and this is right now red because I deleted already the property that was linked to it. Of course, I have to redo that now. So clicking on the button, and here I need to put the parameter, the property in there. So I'll just click on this and go start. And one thing I have changed, this should not set the bit, this should set bit while the key is pressed. Right? And then I need to relink the start because that's what it does. And I want to do the same for the close, which should be not stop, which I want to call it close, doesn't matter. Let's put a stop in here. Open stop, doesn't matter, open close, whatever. Reset bit, no, this should be set bit while key pressed as well. And I want my stop on there, whoops, oopsie. I want my stop on here. From the properties, stop, done. So, the only thing I have not linked the bar here. I can also link the bar, should general, the process value should also go to the opening level. Doesn't matter, now they are both linked to the same thing, that's fine. So that's the internal side. I can now release this version. I will say, yeah, that's a new version. I will update the instances that I have in my project, boop, okay. And now I can go back to my PLC programming or out of my library, whatever you want to call it. On my screen, now I see it is ugly. It is ugly right now. That's okay. I can change the layout. I can change the size a little bit here. I can just toss that around here. I don't care. Yeah. Of course, layout and so you can always change later on. We don't need those sliders anymore. All right. Because they are now in there. Of course, I could change the layout and so on the faceplate directly, but I was way too lazy right now. So, good. Now, the interface, right? You see, if I go now on one of my faceplates and go to the interface, you will see that there is only one thing I can link, and that is Valve HMI. And of course, that Valve HMI should be an HMI tag, and it should be from our program blocks, it should be Valve 1 or Valve 2. Right? So let's choose Valve 1, done. The second one should be Valve 2, done. Right? These two, I don't really care about these two. Now we have Valve 1 and we have Valve 2. Not the prettiest, but that's what it is right now. I can save. And now I can test this whole thing, but usually my PLC sim makes my whole computer freeze. So let's hope, let's cross our fingers. That's how you do it in English. Let's cross our fingers that that doesn't happen. So I will go here. I will simulate my HMI. There we go. Got the HMI going. And you see I can change things, but we don't see anything going on here. What we need to do is, of course, check out our PLC. I will need to run the simulation on here. If this simulation crashes, I'm sorry already. I don't know why. I reinstalled everything. I actually recorded this video half an hour ago. I recorded this video already, but it crashed. PLC sim crashed my PC, so I had to do the whole thing again. So annoying. I'm sorry. So now this is downloaded. I will make this start. Here we go. So this is running now. This is here. To my valves. I already see it being stuck a little bit, so I'll hurry up. I'll go online. And now you see my Valve 1 and Valve 2. I can simply change the value. You see it for valve 1, this is this. For valve 2, it's this one now. Valve 1 open, valve 1 close, open, close, or stop, open, whatever you want to call it. Done. Very easy. Now with all this preparation, right? With all this preparation, let's see how fast we can add a third valve. Let's see how fast we can add a third valve under 10 seconds. 10 seconds might be a little bit too fast. So valve 3, and here we go. You stop the time, okay? Here we go. Valve 3, and a screen, and copy paste, and gonna link valve 3, and here we go, valve 3. How fast was this? Was this under 10 seconds? Might have been under 10 seconds. You usually don't copy and paste these, you just take them from the valve there, and then you see it also looks pretty, the layout that we have designed earlier. Freaking love PLC Sim. Makes my PC freeze. So let's download the program one last time. Let's start the HMI, and then you see valve 3 also works. And then you can already like and subscribe on the video. Subscribe my channel, like the video, share the video. Let's see if valve 3 also works. Should be pretty simple now. There we go, valve 3, opening level, open, close, works perfectly fine. Awesome, isn't it? Perfect. If you have any questions, if this video helped, leave a comment in the box below, in the comments below. Just generally, just leave comments. Well, that's always helpful. Just say hi in the comments. If you need any more help, there's a forum which is growing by the day. There's the forum, link is in the description below. If you have questions, ask them there, because in the comments it's always hard because there's 100 comments per day or so, pretty hard. If you want to support me and if you want to be awesome, click the link in the description below. There you can share some money with me, toss some coin my direction to GoFundMe. Thanks Deniska, thanks Rashid. Awesome, I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye, and have a nice day. Stay safe and healthy. Bye.